Saito Sensei's ukes here are myself, Mick Morelli, Derek Minus, Saburo Takayasu,
If you are aware of his opponent's power too much, then you can't move.
合わせる。肩も肘も腰も気持ちも。
You synchronize your spirit and mind to opponent.
ね。
Grip hard, grip hard. Then someone kick your face, therefore make sure that your hand properly placed.
この手が下から平行に。この肘が
Sensei's arm is getting parallel to the opponent's arm.
まっすぐはできない。
If you move straight, it doesn't move.
これは全然。
Okay, think about that. Four. With hara, which is from hip around it. And doesn't move itself. This is mantra, therefore always you think about the others and in numbers. Single enemy. Always you are aware there is another attacker there.
左へ半身から右へ半身。左へ半身から右へ半身。
Right hand hand to synchronize your mind on that's all. Just relax and you pass.
直接いかないです。まずこれをします。そしてここに寄ります。
Or
ちょっと
the
いきま
arm movement coming from hip movement.
す。合わせ方、角度。動けなかったらちょっと力抜いて。
If you can't move, just want to lose a little bit power, relax the power. But basically power.
力50%くらいでやってみて。
Okay, because of the training for the first time, opponent grip about 50% of your power grip.
力を50%くらい。
About 50%.
こっちは完全に力抜いて。
Then the relax totally to study the angle to approach.
はい、ちょっとやってみて。
Okay?
力です。
With again how you
こ
can
れは合わせです。
is synchronize or harmony with alright?
モルテの呼吸法にはい。
This twisting Sensei's arm.
さあ、痛いです。
Very painful.
できない。
Can't move.
だからこれに合わせて、
Therefore,
こういう感じになってる。
following his
これは
So you can
え、
ankle,
それからどこ行く？
turn around. Very good.
動けない。
Sensei can't move.
角度がありま
There is angle to approach. Angle.
す。
hard.
그렇죠. 그러니까 아이들을 고치고 또 가지고.
This is Aiki Kokyu, which is a kind of extension pose, that you can choose.
와와.
And this is Kokyu. Kokyu nage.
에도도.
This time, avoid it. Then come inside.
학사가 되었네. 자유병원에. 자기가 가이드라인. そして回転固め技。たくさんの技。
Or, you can choose.
側。いらない。
And this is Kokyu. Kokyu nage.
はい、どうぞ。はい。
Since it's called a corner,
これはできない。
they said can't
こ
move.
れが簡単です。
This is easy. Okay.
これは軽い。
This is very easy, but this one you can't.
これは軽い。だからこう、こう、
Okay.
こう、こう。で、それがね、軽い。またそうだ。
That's why you can move.
だけだ。それを、はい。に戻す。はい。こう来て、こう。
This time, since I start from open hand, which is the hand is that
この手は、2つ。
two way.
どちらでも。じゃあ直接入る。
Straight in.
みんなポイントはない。これは
All standing Shihanagas can be buried into Koshinagas.
Elbow is the This is basic. into the Morihiro. 先生 to initiate movement.
これと足が
Turn around.
早くやる。
Quickly. And three.
もう投げないで。これ。
Now instead of
稽古は投げます。
that training, you throw.
ここでね。これでやる。柔術スタイルこれ。
This is Juji style.
今は
Now,
大きく後ろに行ってください。
big step inside to get right behind the him. The human being has the two legs.
正しく入れば
Therefore,
力はいらない。
one feet is inside and back, and you don't need so much power.
こっちは強いです。
But this one was his opponent is strong.
だから力はいらないわけです。
Which means that you don't need power, pull him back.
一番力のいらない方に。それを気の流れで。
Basically, no nare. Movement.
ここにいると次。
And from here, you understand the importance of the hand.
Hi, dog.
At his Hombu dojo in Tokyo, O-sensei allowed only Saito sensei and himself to teach weapons. According to Saito, this was because O-sensei was not happy with the weapons level of instructors. Ueshiba's Iwama Aikido requires the student to do more weapons than most want to. It is hard work, but the end result is a superior Aikido, O-sensei's Aikido. We switch roles. Morihiro Shiba, O-sensei, spent 15 years combining into an integrated system the samurai weapons, sword and staff with open-handed techniques where the three parts complement and enhance the whole. His open-handed techniques use the same stances, postures, movements and strategic principles as his weapons. He instructed his Iwama period, 1945 to 1960 students, to think weapons when practicing open-handed techniques and to think open-handed techniques when doing weapons. So the sword that O-sensei taught in Iwama from the mid-1950s is the sword of Aikido. Today, however, most Aikido schools, if they teach weapons at all, are not doing the founder's weapons. Some practice the Ido or some modern Kendo practices, which will not improve their open-handed technique as Iwama-ryu, Kenjo, sword and staff practices do. The practice of the Ido and Kendo are excellent in themselves, but the body postures they require the student to muscle learn preclude the deshi from ever mastering Ueshiba's Aikido. The chief reason for O-sensei's Aikiken not being taught in most Aikido dojos today is that only some Iwama-deshi knew it, and there was not a lot of them. During the 1960s, Aikido's popularity grew quickly, which meant that lesser instructors could attract a following. Ueshiba's organisation, headed by his son, the late Doshu Kisamaru Ueshiba, was always being asked to supply instructors within Japan and for foreign countries. In Japan itself, no one who has a lower rank than 4th Dan is considered to be a sensei. 4th Dan is understood to be a master of the technical content of his chosen art. It is a historical fact that the Aikikai Hombu Deshi set out to teach did not know Morihei Ueshiba's sword, as of course they could not teach what they did not know. It was known that O-sensei taught sword, but as they did not have easy access to him, it was easier to teach the Aido or Kendo they had learnt at school or elsewhere. Another option taken by most was to do only open-handed technique. During his long life, Ueshiba had many students. Some went on to become well known. Of these, many had gone their own way developmentally with or without his blessing, long before he called what he was doing Aikido. With the ever-increasing popularity of Aikido though, many of them, or their organisations, started calling what they did Aikido too, making it harder to find the founders Aikido. Much of Aikido, as we know it today, is not what Ueshiba would have called Aikido himself. O-sensei, Morihei Ueshiba, the founder of Aikido, were he alive today, would be very unhappy with most Aikido Bujutsu, martial techniques, that there cannot be Aikido without the sword, as there cannot be samurai without the sword. Without the sword, the links to the samurai past is severed. He reviewed the work of Morihiro Saito, now being continued by some of his deshi, as the Bujutsu tightrope to be crossed by all who wish to experience his Aikido. Do not block your vision.
This is very important. This left hand side is wrong.
Saito Sensei is doing the first 3 moves from the kata.
You must make sure the targeting of the head. At the point of number 2, you adjust the distance. So this is too close. Too close. This time adjust the distance. Right distance to start.
I am doing moves 4, 5 and 6 from the kata. The main obstacle to achieving O-sensei's Aikido is the quality of Aikido teachers. In the best of worlds, all Aikido teachers would be 4th Dan holders in both Aiki open-handed and Aiki weapons, be able to teach students how to change state of being and clear thinking. All teachers would be of good character, be good students themselves, and excellent role models for their students. There are some Aikido senseis that are all of those. So Morihei Ueshiba's Aikido is alive, but unless these senseis can replicate themselves through their best students, its long-term survival is not certain. Here, Sensei is doing 4, 5 and 6 from the 31 kata. Here I am doing 4, 5 and 6 from 31 kumikata, and Sensei is doing a variation of the uke roll on 5 and 6.
This is not good. This is not good either. Always make a mistake. Four, 5, 6.
We have switched roles. Sensei is doing 4, 5 and 6 from the 31 kata.
5, 6. This is too dangerous, this one. Therefore, elbow is inside always.
Here I am doing 9, 10 and 11 from the 31 kata. The bujutsu that Morihiro Shiva bequeathed to us can only be found in what is commonly known in Aikido circles as Iwama Ryu and Iwama style schools. These days there are a number of Iwama Aikido streams. Dojos headed by senseis who are the direct Iwama students of the founder and Morihiro Saito sensei, who claim to teach unaltered what they learned from the founder and Saito sensei. For example, Hiroki Nomoto sensei. Dojos headed by senseis who are the direct Iwama students of the founder and Morihiro Saito sensei, who do not claim to teach unaltered what they learned from the founder and Saito sensei, the technical heir. For example, Hitohiro Saito sensei. Dojos headed by senseis who are the direct students of Morihiro Saito sensei and are dedicated to preserving his technique to the best of their abilities, unaltered. For example, myself. All of these schools are proud to use the name Iwama Ryu Aikido. Dojos headed by senseis who are the direct students of Morihiro Saito sensei and his son Hitohiro Saito sensei, who shared the teaching workload at the Iwama Dojo with his father from 1987 until 2002, and are dedicated to preserving what they learnt from both teachers unaltered. There is confusion with these teachings, for as time went by, Hitohiro sensei deviated from his father's technique, therefore O sensei's technique also. Dojos headed by senseis who have direct students of Morihiro Saito sensei who are not dedicated to preserving his technique unaltered. Saito sensei died in 2002. Counts 9. Some of his teaching student senseis, 4th dan holders and above, fit in this group. Dojos headed by senseis who are the direct Iwama students of the founder who do not claim to teach unaltered what they learnt from the founder. Isayama sensei, Shigami Inagaki sensei, Hirasawa sensei. Sensei is taking the kata roll.
14. 15, 16, 17,